Detective Atmey, you saw Master the murder at the murder scene that night. You saw him when he killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. What is happening here? Y'all, we about to be here for another hour. Look at me. I had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. Okay. So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant. This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What? Written by Bullard. Okay. Very well, Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Well, let's see how far we get with this one. Bro. Look at me. I had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Okay. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atmey and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blunt. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. Okay. What makes you think that? Mistook. That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an error. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Press harder. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Zvari, take a look at this newspaper. Okay. Oh, the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant! The victim clearly misread this article in Zvari. He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. I can finish this case this stream? Okay, bet. Are you sure? Because I just took like a good hour on whatever that was getting confused. I probably will get confused again if what happened just now tripped me up. I already know that something's gonna come up that's gonna get me stuck again. Okay. They did a handwriting test, so there shouldn't be much information I got from this, but you mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's? There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? Okay. This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder. What's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Whoa, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Okay. Let's look through our evidence carefully this time. So we have our calling card. Skishishito, whatever you want to call it. Let's check this again. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October the 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. That red diamond. Okay. Used, so we know Ron was there. A shot of Master Mask striking a pose. That's irrelevant. Okay. Emerging news about the first heist. I just found him was Ron Delight. Okay, hold on. So, what did it say? It said, objection! I didn't save. This is Bullard who wrote the blackmail. So basically what we need to prove is that it might not be addressed to the right person. Because we know it was written by Bullard, right? But what we don't know, or I wouldn't say what we don't know, rather what could be wrong about this is that it was addressed to Rhonda Light. So if you don't want your threat to reveal to the world, come to KB Security. I'll take that red diamond instead. What red diamond? It has to be in this journal, right? Kane's list? No. Tear of Eminon, Jewel, Artifact, Sculpture, Painting. No. Let's try the blackmail. Is that it? It's not. We're gonna get this, guys. We're gonna get this. I promise. I promise. The Gem and the Thief. Precious gem is the Tear of Eminon.
Objection!
I'm not gonna say anything. Hold on. Well, what about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. Wait, so they did have like there was a discrepancy there. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Eminon that Master Mask stole at all. Okay, so I was on the right track. Okay. I wasn't going all in on that. I wasn't going all in on that at first. And your point is, Mr. Trite. So are you trying to say that the blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Why is everyone pressing me? Yes. Ooh. Oh. Oh no. This movie was actually blackmailing. Who was he blackmailing? Naturally, it was you, Detective Atmey. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one that was wrapped subconsciously around your finger. Ah, this is the detail that I missed. This is what I missed. He talked about this, didn't he? When we were literally in this stream, he was talking about it. Dang, I missed it. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Svuddy!
Objection!
It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atmey? Are you for real? Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him. Yeah, for real. Stand up, Nick. Stand up and say it with your chest. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Okay. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep secret. So what was that identity? Atmey killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna save right here so I don't have to start from where we just ended up at. Okay. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to, Nick. The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to keep secret. A blackmailer? Master Mask? Well, he was supposed to be known as the ace detective, so it's not that. A blackmailer? It has to be blackmailer. Luke Atmey was a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey. Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit, that does sound a little odd. It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. Okay, so that was the other... That was this So what we're seeing here, right? Here. He was stealing is directed by blackmail letters. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tier of Amidon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Master Mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey. Okay. Yeah, my voice is shot. I'm not gonna lie. I have not recorded for 2 hours straight in a very long time on this game, but this is good stuff. Y'all are gonna have to put up with more of my frogginess. Silence! Or silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? You picked the wrong time to try to roast. I'm about to put you in jail, bro. How did you... Wait, what? You say that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing Ron Delight. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask. Well, yes. Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. Oh my goodness. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Ron Delight was Master Mask? During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know he was Master Mask? Where's the photo? The guard in the photo is Ron Delight. I'm trying to think of anything else before I make my selection. I think it might be safe to use the paper clipping. I feel like there's nothing that it can't be like obvious. It just had to be that he was there. Just had to be that he was there. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron Delight in this guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atmey. That's when you figured out that Ron Delight was actually Master Mask. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why, how dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also Master Mask. I can't even understand that. I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why, you? How dare you even dare to start... Like, bro, this is exactly what this is what he's doing. Would they expect me to read this? This is almost worse than Old Bang. It's enough to make one laugh. Take a moment soon and try to remember everything that's happened over this trial segment and the last one you recorded. Wait. Oh no. You say that like there's gonna be a knowledge check. Ain't no way, bro. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atmey. Bailiff, please prepare yourself for Mr. Atmey. Yep, here we go. Here it is. Objection. No. Godot got a ore farm his way to a... The hammer that strikes again too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I've already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. Hold on. All right, take a second. Okay, wait. What are you talking about? It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atmey being a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't that lordly tailor the night of the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull. But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! No way! He clocked me! Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright. This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atmey was at Mr. Buller's office that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough. Mr. Trite, I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atmey was at KB security and the defense can prove it. Can we? How can we prove it? He was there. Why would he have been there? Ron's wallet. Wait, we have his wallet here. KB security around 1 a.m. Found in Ron's wallet. The security card. Publicity photo. Kane's autopsy report. About the first heist. Guard and photos. Ron Delight. And the fingerprints. How can we prove that he was there? Found in Ron Delight's room, written by Bullard. Photo of the storeroom entrance. Found in Ron Delight's room, written by Bullard. The rouse camera went off around 1 a.m. Sent before a heist. Nah, it has to be this little group of evidence here from second heist. Stealing is directed by blackmail letters. The buzzer went off once. Here's my theory. So the way that we prove this is we need to point out the fact that the buzzer did go off at 1:02 a.m. because essentially what happened was the buzzer really did go off. We didn't catch it till we did our investigation, right? But Luke Atmey and Ron didn't know that. Ron was knocked out. Probably didn't even know that the buzzer went off, so he wouldn't have heard it. But Luke Atmey did. So he was the one who had to have wiped the fingerprints off. Ron was passed out around that time. We need Ron's testimony that he was passed out. Come on, let's try it. Let's go. Let's try it out, y'all. Let's get it. The defense can prove it with evidence. Are you sure? Ha! Don't you worry. I'll watch over you. And as you break down and fall to pieces. Well, then let's see this as proof. Let's see this proof. Oh, no. I didn't think they'd hit me with just this. I thought maybe I can bounce off of a statement. I really think it's the buzzer. I really think it's the buzzer. It's either the buzzer. Nah, it's got to be the buzzer. There are no fingerprints on it. Yes! This is the proof. It's true. That is very important. However, I'm not so foolish to think that will pass for evidence here. Mr. Trite, it's time you learn the flavor of life. Are you serious? That wasn't it? I got so happy for nothing? Well, Mr. Wright, it's bitter, very bitter. They really have my stupid... They really have my dumb... Bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I fumbled that. L. I'll hold it. I was so happy. It had me jumping for joy and everything. What happens if I say I can't? Just a thought. Is this going to be an automatic loss? But if we hear more Detective Atmey's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten Luke Atmey was here after we interrupted his own trial? And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask. No. Well, not so, lawyer. It seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I will clear that with all the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is... Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and... By then, it'll be too late. Huh? Why? Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent, or should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mask, which means he'll be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullitt is concerned. No way! The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilt of the crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullitt's murderer. So what are we gonna do about it? Are we cooked? No, there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer Luke Atmey will go free. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of the witness. Are there any objections? Please. It can't end like this. Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmey.
Objection!
Who was that? Who the hell? Who is this? Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. What is this? That voice, no way. Hey, Mia's back. Let's go. Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia, has she appeared at all in this game? I can't remember. This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, it's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, the witness made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mass. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rhonda Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. Players are in the first case. Ah, okay. So she did at least make an appearance. Okay, but she hasn't come back using the Korean channeling technique, right? I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks... Thank you, Monica. We, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Ah, nothing. The heck was that about? Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks, so then let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you... Very well then, Very well then. Mr. Look at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer, so please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Mia has so much aura, it's actually crazy. Alright, let's get this. Indeed, this is true. That I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. Okay, so you weren't at Lordly Taylor? I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand. I'm gonna drop the voice because this is getting serious. So I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. Okay. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. But it was found at KB Security. But he's looking at the evidence, so he would know. Like the evidence details. I also am able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it. Which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Mass outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zvadi. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer? I will not allow any more of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec, just one chance? Nah, Phoenix, I'm gonna have to back with them on this one. You've been given like 30, bro. Bro, I've been recording this for almost 2 hours now. Like, you've been giving a lot of chances. It's time. It's really time to hone in on the truth here. It seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? Okay, so we need to press them. At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose, and that's all there is to it. Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. Okay. I have to find a fatal contradiction to this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence, which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Wait, I only get one chance to press. It's one of those. Well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Okay, let's save. Save. Oh my gosh. Just in case, let's also just double save. That way I don't soft lock myself by accident anywhere. Indeed, it's true that I was not Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. The real deduction was that the informant what informed me that the real true culprit was Rhonda Light, and thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear he was there. Found in KP security building around 1 a.m. Found in Ron's wallet. Okay, so the wallet was already there. It's pretty airtight. I was also able... Don't speak through the dialogue even when it's frustrating. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded right once. The button didn't have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. I was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook it for color of the jewel. Somebody, therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. So, do I only get one chance to press? I must get only one chance to press. It's okay, I saved it, it's fine. Let's start with, I had to leave for another vitally important. Mr. Atmey, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Trent? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office last night. Okay. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we need to... brother. My brother. It is an airtight alibi. It is an airtight testimony. I am not gonna lie. Fairly airtight. Oh my gosh. Wait. Is it because he's... Yeah, this one's on me. Yeah. Is it because how would he have known that he was in his outfit? No. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get a Godot. Okay, we are on the right track. What? Mr. Atmey, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. I was really not thinking here. The reason being is, again, I'm not playing this. I have to play this more consistently. I'm so sorry. Everyone watching this video in post, everyone who's watching on stream, I'm sorry. Everyone who's watching this in post, you're going to see so many mistakes because I'm not playing this enough. The last time, when I think about evidence, sometimes I forget what's mentioned in court and what is known to people and what is not. I am so sorry, y'all. Yeah, that's on me. Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atmey? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Light was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. Yo, that was actually A1 roast, I'm not gonna lie. He kinda cooked. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. It's probably the 17 cups of coffee you drink, buddy. When exactly did we learn the fact that Rhonda Light was dressed as mask-to-mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was okay, so this is when he was in his trial. I missed this. It's actually worse. I actually literally played through this like a week or so ago. But still, attention to detail is crucial. My sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who would have known this are those who have been watching this trial. Definitely not me, because I apparently have not been paying attention. Do you understand now, Detective Atmey? There's no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as mask to mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well...
Objection!
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chance to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one, and only one way, for Detective Atmey to have found that out. Only one way, you say. Please recall, if you will, that Mr. Delight's testimony. He said this. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atmey. Up until now, it's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, the killer saw Mr. Delight. It stands the reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Oh snap. Detective Atmey, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when he killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. What is happening here? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find the rival truly okay, this guy is on it again. Oh my gosh. Give it up, buddy. Unable to find the rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. What in the world? What an awfully complicated incident. Judge, you have no idea, buddy. You've got no idea, buddy. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight, and upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atmey tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask to Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan. I'll tell you this much, Capcom was... They were cooking in this case. Like, they definitely had a plan for this. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me, I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. And, how many times have you been close to doing that again? Yeah, buddy, time to hang up the gavel. Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know, you never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am asking. Shut up! Oh my gosh! Idiot! Huh? So thanks to the trial you're saying I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Okay, never mind, he's good. Oh my gosh, I thought he was about to try to get himself locked up again. I was getting ready to say, run. Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Yeah, low-key genius plan. And high-key genius plan. Like, probably one of the most thought-out murders so far, I think, in this entire series. What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. then Master Mask is really innocent. It would seem so. For now. For now. Now then, the court finds the defendant not guilty. Oh my goodness. This was the worst case to not play, like, back-to-back. Like, hands down. This was, like, the worst case to play not to play back-to-back. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still ain't Master Mask after... Ron. Brother, please, cut it out. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Dang, character development. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Fey, right? Or Misty Fey, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Alright. Cool. Mia. Mr. Wright! I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much! No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore now that... Come on! Just be happy already! Maya? You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Did Desi just dump him? Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask? I did it all for one reason, for her. Oh yeah, so she can be filling up her Amazon cart while you jump across buildings getting blackmailed every night. What a wonderful relationship. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have had any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask, huh? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Oh yeah, ask Pearls. Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? Why are you asking me this? I'm not your wife, buddy. Go to marriage counseling class. I don't know. You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can. I kind of wish you would check with me first. There's always a way to put it back together. I almost fumbled that so hard. The sacred urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife? She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Mr. Light. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything to do with me anymore, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Light, what are you gonna do now that you know? You're not gonna really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, Ron, what were you talking about, buddy? What were you talking about, buddy? You should know your wife better than anyone else. How did you not know she was going to choose this answer? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast, there's no way you could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. He talks real low. He has a whimperish voice. He literally staved off your robbers for being cowardly, or not really coward. That's not true. That's not true. He wasn't cowardly. He did stick up for her. I will give him that. I'll give him that. Like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so trivial. All right. Not in the courtroom. Or sorry, not in the vestibule or whatever you want to call it. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi! Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes. I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel my face going red. Phoenix, whoa, what are we doing? Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations! Yeah, and here goes Pearl. Probably came back from a around the world trip off a plane. Like they let this little 5-year-old, 6-year-old, whoever, however many years old, just go everywhere. Like where were you even at? How did you get here? Talk about bad timing, Mr. Nick. How could you? Did she just slap you? Oh my gosh. When I first saw Desiree, I was like, Ron, I apologize. I was unfamiliar with your game. No, literally. Because I'm like, oh, nah, bro. How is it even possible? But hey, never judge a book by its cover. So just as the case came to a close, so did my consciousness. I got beat up by a 5-year-old. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. W thumbnail. The Stolen Turnabout. The end. Wow. What is going on in this episode? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today's episode. I hope you did enjoy that. If you did, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube, of course, as always. It was a really interesting case. I'm sorry that you guys kind of saw me fail a lot, okay? I hadn't played this in weeks, so I apologize. I was, of course, sick over the break, and then, you know, a little bit leading up before that. I had recorded that episode, or the episode before the last one, in such, like, huge gaps of time. I just forgot so much information, and I wasn't putting pieces where they need to be at, so apologize for that. But again, please leave that like and subscribe if you would like to, and of course in the description below there's a link to the Discord if you want to join up with that. We can talk more about Ace Attorney, about any other games you want me to play, media, entertainment, anything you want to talk about. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace, y'all.
I'm a sharpshooter. I post my skirt.